Assalamu alaikum. We are continuing the same chapter, phrases and clauses, right? So, before we go on to this, right? Sorry. Uh, Before we go into this chapter, right? I gave you one exercise yesterday through group, right? That one, the answers I told you, I will discuss them. The answers I told you, I'll discuss those answers. So these are the answers. I'll try to put these answers. That is, you have to circle the subject and underline the predicate. I'll just explain the first two only, the first two questions. A rose smells nice. In that, you have to circle the subject and underline the predicate. So as it was difficult for me to circulate here, I have used a blue color, to give the subject, to underline the subject, and red color one I have underlined the predicate. Blue for subject, red for predicate, okay? So here a rose, in the first sentence, a rose is the subject. That is, you find out you find out by the second way, okay? You ask the question who or what. First, identify the verb. Smells. Smells, that is a verb. So you ask the question who. Who smells nice? A rose. Or what smells nice? A rose. Right? A rose is a living being, so you say what. What smells nice? A rose. Rose is the subject, and the remaining part of the sentence, that is smells nice, that is the predicate. Second one, the paper boy delivers a newspaper. Here, first identify the verb delivers. Then you say the question who delivers the newspaper? The paper boy. So that is paper boy is the subject there. Predicate is delivers a newspaper. Right? So you can pause. You can either pause the video and you can either pause the video and you can mark out the answers. Okay, correct the answers in your book. So now coming back to this phrases and clauses again, I taught you all what is subject and predicate, how to identify a subject, how to identify a predicate. And I taught you all what is a phrase. Phrase mean you all need to remember a group of words that doesn't have a subject, right? It won't have a subject. Remember that. A phrase won't have a subject, okay? Even though in some phrases there would be a verb, okay? All phrases, we can't say all phrases will not have a verb. There are some phrases there will be a verb, right? But in any of the phrases there won't be a subject, okay? That is what I taught yesterday. So see these sentences. These are some examples. My cousin Janet eats cakes daily. Right here, I'm just the highlighted words, that is my cousin Janet, the one highlighted in yellow color, I'm taking out that separately. That is a phrase. So the reason why is it a phrase is because it becomes a phrase when there is no subject, right? So when we separate, only when we take that part of the sentence, my cousin Janet, right, you can see here this part, that is my cousin Janet, the phrase itself doesn't contain a subject. You can't ask the question who or what. Can you ask the question who? It doesn't make sense to ask the question who, right? So the my cousin Janet, that's a phrase, no subject. Similarly, second one, in the evening, okay? See the yellow highlighted words, in the evening. Again, it's a phrase because there is no subject in that phrase. Similarly, see the third one. I have highlighted some words in pink color. Okay, take that only. We knew the game was over. Right, take that only. Okay, take that part only. Take that part of the sentence away. And check, you have to check whether that's a phrase or not a phrase, right? So if it's a phrase, there will be no subject. If it's not a phrase, there will be a subject, right? Who knew the game was over? You ask the question. Who knew? First pick out the verb from that part. Knew. You ask the question who? Who knew? Who knew? The answer is we. So there is a subject and there is a verb also. So it does not become a phrase. It is not a phrase because there is a subject. Right? Similarly, now what you all are going to do is I have some exercise. So you all can see here I have given some exercises to you all. You all are going to I have sent this in group also, you can check. You all are going to write the answers only, right? And we'll be discussing the answers on the next session, right? Here you're going to put the question number and you all are just going to write, okay, whether it's a phrase you put P, right? If it is a phrase you put P, right? If it is not a phrase you put NP. Don't put C, okay? Here they have mentioned to put C, but you're not supposed to put C. Just put, if it is a phrase you have to put P, if it is not a phrase, NP. Okay, that's all for today.